Seriously, where did July go? Hey everyone, so what did you think of the new intro? I want to thank my friend David Herring from David Herring Music. I've linked his channel below. He's the composer of that fun little fanfare to open the channel now. David is a fellow music educator, a fantastic composer, and an even greater guy. So I want to thank David. I don't know how active he is on YouTube, but go check out his channel if you get a chance. And if you like the intro, let me know in the comments below. Another month, another TBR. So if you're new to my TBRs, I don't set a rigid schedule. They're more of an MBR, but I tend to do pretty well. But I give you 10 books that I think I will read in the month, and then we check in each month and see how I did. So let's go ahead and check in and see how I did on July. Of the 10 books that I planned on reading in July, I was 8 for 10. So not bad. I didn't get to Grave Peril by Jim Butcher. And the Star Wars book, Dooku Jedi Lost, I actually kicked that can down the road. One of my viewers, Anthony, mentioned that it's actually an audio drama, so if I were to read it on my Kindle like I originally planned, it would have been me reading a script. So I think I want to experience that as an audio drama since that's what it's intended to be. So when I have an Audible credit, I'll pick that one up. If you want to see short reviews for those 8 books that I read, plus about 5 others in the month of July, make sure you're subscribed because I'll drop that video in about a week. My July book roundup, where I do short reviews and ratings for everything that I read in the month of July. But I have 10 exciting books for you. As with all these TBRs, I start with the most likely, ending with the least likely, but I got a good feeling about all 10 of these, so we'll see how it goes this month. I'm going to start with one on the Kindle. This is a definite because when you get a book from your library on the Kindle, there's an expiration date. So this book is Without Fail. That's by Lee Child. It's the 5th or 6th book in the Jack Reacher series, and I'm finishing up a big chunker of an epic fantasy right now, so that'll be my first read of the month as a great palate cleanser. So I'll go from chunker to crime fiction to a series of chunkers. I finished 2 book series last month, and I'm really excited about the next one because it's one of my absolute favorite authors in the fantasy genre, and that's Joe Abercrombie. I'm going to read the Age of Madness trilogy next month. So numbers 2, 3, and 4 in this TBR. The first book is A Little Hatred. Just love these covers. The second book is The Trouble with Peace. And the third book I don't have yet because it isn't released on the trade paperback until August 2nd. So August 2nd or somewhere around there, I'll pick up the third book, which is called The Wisdom of Crowds. So I'm really excited to get back into the First Law world. This is kind of a fantasy meets the Industrial Revolution setting, from what I understand, and I'm really excited. Some people say they liked it better than the First Law, I can't imagine. So I can't wait to read this. So number 5 on my TBR, something I've made my way through last month that I'll finish this month, is a book in philosophy. I've found that reading philosophy for me, I like small chunks that I can chunk and then I can chew on it for a while. So what I've been doing for this volume of philosophy is I've been reading, after I finish another book, I'll read a half hour to an hour each time. And I'm about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through this. And this selection is The Art of War and Other Classics of Eastern Philosophy. And this is just a gorgeous edition that I picked up here. And I've already read The Art of War, the Tao Te Ching, the Confucian Analects, the Doctrine of Man, and just have a couple few more to go. And I'm looking forward to that. It's fun to read some philosophy. I haven't read anything like this in a while, and I just like the difference of it. So that gets us up to number 5. Number 6 and 7 are 2 rereads. First of all, if you're new to the channel, I've been rereading all of the books in Orson Scott Card's Ender universe this year, 1 per month. The Ender Quintet and the Ender Shadow series, finishing up with the newest book, which is called The Last Shadow in December. So this month, I am up to the 5th book in the Shadow series, which is called Shadows in Flight. And to be honest, I don't remember anything about this one. This is a really quick read. The only thing I remember is that Bean's kids are in it. but I'm looking forward to reading this one. I liked Ender in Exile a lot more than I had expected to. But if you want to see my review on that, I'll post that one in a couple days. It's a little late just because I was sick. You can probably tell with my voice, I'm still just getting over having something. But Shadows in Flight, looking forward to this one, concluding that portion of the Shadow series before I go back into the Ender's Quintet. The other reread is a new reread for me, and that is I'm going to be rereading the books in Mistborn Era 2 by Brandon Sanderson. So this month I'm going to read The Alloy of Law, which is book 1 of Mistborn Era 2. And I'm rereading in August, September, and October the first 3 books, so that when the 4th book, The Lost Metal, comes out in November, everything's fresh in my mind, and I'm just excited to get back into these. I think I've liked these a lot more than most people because I do enjoy Westerns, but it'll be interesting on a reread to see what my thoughts are with Mistborn Era 2. Number 8 on the TBR this month is an audiobook. I'm trying to do better with audiobooks, basically because I have a TBR of about 400 books, so if I can knock out 5 or 6 audiobooks a year, I mean, that can help reduce that TBR. I've been listening to a book called Ice Ghosts by Paul Watson, and this is a work of nonfiction. I love historical mysteries, and this is about the finding of the lost Franklin expedition. If you don't know what the Franklin expedition is, in the middle of the 19th century, it was 2 ships from England, the Terror and the Erebus, who were looking for the Northwest Passage, and they just disappeared in the ice. And they were discovered just a couple years ago. So this is a book, and it details all the history of all the different people that tried to find the Franklin expedition. And I'm really enjoying it, and the narrator's very good. It makes what could be kind of a dry topic come to life pretty well. So I'll probably finish that one. I have about an hour and a half left on that audiobook, so I'm pretty sure I can finish that one in August. All right, 2 to go. The next one, I was just thrilled with this one. This is one where the author reached out to me and offered to send me his book. And I was really excited because I've heard nothing but extremely high praise for this book. And this book is The Legend of Black Jack by A.R. Witham. And I've seen a couple people say that this is the best book they've read so far this year, and I'm really excited. The author's a really nice guy from just our interactions on Twitter, and this sounds like a really great portal fantasy. And again, everyone's just raving about this book right now, so I'm really excited. I bumped it into the TBR ahead of some other ones that have been on the shelf because it just sounds so good. So I really hope that I get to The Legend of Black Jack here in August. And the last one is another one. This has been on the shelf for so long, and I keep being tempted. I've been trying to save it for Sci-Fi September, because I'm going to try to do a mostly Sci-Fi September, but I don't know if I can resist much longer, and that is Kindred by Octavia Butler. Again, this is an author. I've heard nothing but high praise for everything that she does, and this is considered one of her best works, and I just can't wait to read it. It may not last till Sci-Fi September. This may be a read in August, so we shall see. So that is my August TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them, and what's on your August TBR? What are you most looking forward to read? If you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Goodreads, I'd love to interact with you there as well. As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.